Welcome everyone. Namaste. This is Shakti. Thank you for coming to watch this. I've been contemplating this video for about the last couple months, holding back, hoping that it won't be necessary, that things perhaps change this year, that we have woken up enough to shift, to stop what I'm going to talk about. But nothing happened. In fact, things got even worse and more extreme. So here I am, knowing that we are the one we've been waiting for. So I'm raising my concern, and I'm hoping that I find kindred spirits who will take it on, and we can spur into some action. So the topic I want to raise today is weather manipulation, called by fancy name geoengineering. And the impacts of geoengineering are wide and multiple and catastrophic, and we will not cover everything in this video, but I'm gonna talk about what is happening here in Northern California. This is where I live. This is very observable, which is our rain is being consistently hijacked by geoengineering. And I've been watching this since the winter season 2013. That year we have found ourselves without a home. The rental house we had got foreclosed. Landlord lost the money and bank took it, and we had to move out. We got evicted and we couldn't find another house. There was just no rentals available. So we found ourselves camping for a year, and it was a great eye-opener about what was happening. I had known that time about chemtrails. I knew they were no good. I knew, the official version was they were to lessen global warming. That was the official diagnosis or whatever. But I was not connecting at that time as to hijacking rain. And this is where we started noticing that rain that was predicted for the land all of a sudden disappeared, or turned into this what I call designer drizzle. You might have noticed, if you live in Northern California and if you've been here for a while, that the rain patterns or the weather patterns have changed greatly over the years. But I moved to California, it was 1998, and the rains were intense. Every winter up to about 2010 or so, we would have probably 3 days of intense hard rain, followed by 3 days or 3 or 4 days of sun. That would repeat every week. There would be loads and loads and loads of rain. No drizzle whatsoever. It was just regular rain or stormy rain. And the water would get high, and it would get low again, would run off. And that was the pattern. That was the pattern that would assure there would be enough water in all the water supplies. So since 2013, we've been watching these changes in the weather quite intently, and which is what led us to investigate this further, to find out what the hell is going on in the sky. And what we found out was quite distressing. We found out that there's a attack, the weather's being attacked, the rain's being attacked right above the ocean where the major storms are coming from. They are being broken down, so they never actually make it to the shore. That a high pressure column or block is being maintained in front of the California coast, so the rainstorms cannot make it, because the rainstorms are lower air pressure, and high pressure is sun and warmth, or sun and cold too. And there's another program which is actually attacking the rain. Whatever rain clouds make it to the land, they break down the rain as it comes. And I'm going to tell you more about how is it done in a minute. So rain's been consistently attacked for last, I don't know how many years, because it may have been going longer than the time I've been watching it. but over the last 7-8 years it's been getting worse. First they could only dry up the rain during the daytime. They didn't have the technology for the night. Now for last 3 years or so they've been using the technology, whatever they come up with, even at night. So even nighttime rain can't get away. I do not know who's doing it. I can't tell you that. All I know is that it's happening. And if you've noticed that if you live in California, we get, instead of rain in winter, we've been getting a lot of drizzle, the designer drizzle, which is actually a rainstorm that has been filtered down to the minimum. So what's happening is, you might or may not hear the planes. We've been living right underneath the flight path of the geoengineering planes, so we can really watch it very, very clearly, and it's like unmistakable, unrevocable pattern that we're seeing, that when it's supposed to rain, when the rain is forecasted, there's a bunch of chemical goo sprayed in the sky. It might start as a chemtrail that gradually spreads all over the sky and makes it all covered with this white thing, which people think are clouds, which is actually waterless goo preventing the rain clouds to move in, because it doesn't move. It's kind of just sitting there. It doesn't behave like regular clouds. When the rain does make it, if it makes it, it's been attacked right away. And again, I don't know what's the imaging or the detection technology they have, but the moment it starts raining, within seconds the plane already flies and stops it. And at times where big storms supposed to come or supposed to be here, they just been flying non-stop, like 2 planes a minute. As it happened a couple of days ago, we were expecting a big storm, and you could see the dark clouds coming, and it was here like in a war zone. The planes were flying 2-3 a minute non-stop. So what they do, they are spraying conducive materials. One of them is aluminum. They also contain barium, strontium, and God knows what, but aluminum, let's just stay with that. It's a conducive or conductive material. It conduces heat or conducts heat, and then it's zapped in with a microwave heater, which is maybe you've heard about HARP heater. Those heaters are now all over the place. We have at least about 2 or 3 locations in the area where they have those heaters. You can see the telltale technology behind the barbed wire fence. So when these particles are zapped by the atmospheric heater, they create a lot of heat and they evaporate the cloud. And sometimes the rain stops and it's just gray weather, no rain whatsoever. Sometimes it becomes very, very foggy all of a sudden. We in California never have this low fog that hovers low. That's very, very new too. So again, that's the result of the heat. Sometimes you can even see the fog rolling over the ocean. Not the high fog that is native to California, but this roll, fluffy fog to the ground. So there's another telltale of microwave heaters have been used. Or sometimes, which is, if the attack is very violent, they break down the rain clouds and blue sky opens up, and you can see the telltale of chemtrails right above the clouds. You can see they look totally different than the clouds. So I'm telling you just what I've been noticing, and I don't know exact what that kind of technology is being used right now, because it's been all top secret. It's supposed to be top taboo, and no one talks about it, and no one seems to know it, but it's being used. The fact that our rain clouds are being broken down and that the microwaves are being used, it's definitely observable. I can feel the microwaves in my body. My body goes into kind of a heat wave and almost like a shock when it's happening. They use them at about 20 to 30 seconds, intermittent pulses. and we get very dehydrated when I use the heaters. We like go through so much water because our bodies contain water, so we get affected too, just as you may know. So we actually had a little bit of rain a few days ago before the second storm that never happened, and which I believe wasn't planned. By some miracle, the rain made it here and made it to the ground. And the fact that they were trying to stop the rain all the way, it was all the way through, it was happening. You can hear the planes flying like crazy. Really gave me a hope that there is something we can do. I believe the rain happened due to many people praying and meditating and intending. It came from the higher plane, and this is one of our counter weapons we have. How we can make sure California has enough rain. There are other things we can do, and I'm gonna probably talk about it in another video. But right now, this video is about awareness of what's happening. Because why is it happening? Why is this horrible, violent rape of nature going on? Because we let them. We are not demanding it to stop. Last year, when Black Lives Matters was happening, people were on the streets, there were signs everywhere. It was like a whole movement. Imagine what would happen if we did this kind of a movement about weather manipulation. But nothing like that's happening. So we are letting our Mother Nature being raped big time. And to me, it's not only rape of the weather of Mother Nature, it's a direct attack on the feminine. The feminine, the water is the essence of life. It's the feminine, the creative force of life, the feminine force of life being attacked, being manipulated, being dried up. So it's the symbolism, the reflection is very clear. They want to subjugate the very essence of life, the creative water essence, which affects us too, of course. So, I know this is I'm talking in a kind of confused, crazy way, because so many thoughts are coming to my head, and I hope that my further videos will be a little more organized. But it's bringing a lot of emotions, bringing a lot of pain, a lot of emotion, and a lot of frustration, because it's something not many people are aware of. I can see there's a group of people who are aware of what's happening, who are being ridiculed, or not taken seriously, or even attacked. There are people who may know that something's going on, but they don't want to know because it's too scary and they don't understand it. So they want to just not see, stick their head in the sand, or walk away from people who talk about it. Then there are people who are downright denied, who will attack you just in a name to suppress whatever you want to talk about. Maybe they are really scared and they don't want to know, so they will go through an attack. They will call you conspiracy theories, they will call you stupid, they will call you names, they will tell you imagine it, blah blah. But certainly this is not going to stop anything. This is gonna make things worse. And then there are people who just live in total ignorance, have no idea what is happening. They have no idea how our weather is being manipulated, what kind of impact it has, not only on the land lacking the water, but also these tons and tons of toxic chemicals that make us sick. They cause cancer, they cause allergies, that cause all kind of diseases. We do not know. It's possible that the pandemic has been very much related to what's being sprayed from us. I'm not gonna go there because it's a whole nother topic. But I have to mention that we have at least 70 planes a minute sometimes we've been counting when we're trying to stop the rain flying over our heads, which everything is financed out of our taxes. So we are paying for it. We are paying for all these thousands and thousands of planes and chemicals being sprayed, for the weather being raped, for the rain being hijacked, for drought being created. So just think of that. And I'm gonna make another video because it's getting long here to continue about what we can do. Thank you for watching.